Today I'm going to tie the McCoy's ISO spinner, also aka known as the cherry bomb. This is a really good pattern to use during the ISO spinner falls that we encounter on the Manistee. Searches really well fishing it blind as well as when the fish are up on the naturals. So we're just going to use a size 10 standard dry fly hook. I'll tie this on a 12 as well. I've got a wine colored 6/0 thread, and here we go. So basically we're just going to coat the hook with a thread base here real quick. Alright, for the tail I'm going to use something a little different. This is a faux bucktail in white, and if you pay attention, the ISO spinners tend to have white tail fibers as well as white legs. Nice thing about this stuff is it's a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, so it looks really good on our bigger dry fly patterns. Alright, so ISO spinners typically have a little longer tail than dun, so I'm looking at a little bit more than the length of the hook, maybe a 1 1/4, 1 1/2, something like that. We're just going to tie this in right on top. And then I'm going to take a second here and just kind of split this tail real quick. And then we're going to carry the thread towards the eye. Trim that off. Alright, so when you're done, you should have a split tail. Looks kind of like a V or a Y on the back. Alright, for the body, I'm using some dyed deer hair I got from Gates Au Sable Lodge. This is a custom dye job that they do in-house. I think it's the Bordeaux wine. And I'll just get the guard hairs out and kind of prep this hair real quick. Okay, so once you get that done, we're going to tie this in. I want those tips to extend just a little bit into the tail, but not too much. So we're probably looking at about the length of the hook, maybe a little less. Let's come in with a loose wrap or two. I'm going to let this hair flare, and I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of roll it around the shank a little bit. I'll make sure that I get it completely around the hook before we palmer our thread back. So now we're just going to take crisscrossing wraps. We're going to go one direction to the back, and then we're going to reverse and crisscross our thread coming forward. Once we get back up here, we'll trim out the excess, clean it up a little bit. Alright, now I've pre-selected 2 dark dun hackles. I'm just going to pair them up here real quick. And we're just going to tie these in right on top. Once we get that done, we're going to add our wing. We're just going to use white deer belly hair. We're going to do this with a tilt wing style. Alright, once you get most of the guard hair or the under fur out, just go ahead and tie this right in on top. With this style wing, you do not want to trim these butt sections out yet, so we're just going to pull those up, wrap in front. I'm just going to make a turn or two around the base. And advance the thread in front of the wing. Alright, so now we're going to take our hackle and wrap them together. And make a couple turns going up the wing. And we get a little pressure right here. Bounce it through, coming back towards the bottom, where we'll tie it off. And then we'll just whip finish and then clean this up. Alright, now to do the wing, I'll take these butts and I'll pull them forward, kind of separate the hair here. And I'll kind of apply slight pressure to both the tips and the butt section. I'm going to come in and do an angled cut. Clean up any stray hairs that we missed. And that's it. Pretty simple fly, but very effective.